Hi guys, Helix Gemini here, and after a month break from War Thunder I've decided to come back and get in practice. So today I've decided to take out my LA5s in a Tier 3 round on Peleliu. So I decided to start climbing initially to get an altitude advantage, deal with any potential 109s or King Cobras that think they're gonna boom and zoom me all match. So I'm just waiting for some enemies to pop up on my display. We have a few over the ocean, and some of the base right now. Nothing particularly high. It looks like most of these guys are going to be staying low, aside from the KI-49 over there. So I look for my first kill of the day. Take a look at that KI-49 and decide to go after him. I noticed some other people a bit lower in altitude than me going after him. Decide to keep my altitude advantage and go off anyone else who could be at my level. And it seems the KI-49 met an untimely end thanks to the destroyers. So I don't see anything else at my altitude. Take a look at that King Cobra down there and think he's a pretty good target. He's pretty oblivious to me up here. Doesn't seem to have any particular targets and is flying in a straight line. So I do a flip over and dive. Unfortunately for me, another ally was close to him, so he pulls in on his tail, and I have to ignore him. Go after the air Cobra in front of me. Fortunately, I'm a bit rusty, so my first few shots miss, alerting him to my presence. And he does a hard bank. I don't bother to follow him, as I have too much speed and I'd never be able to turn inside him. So I decided to return to climbing a bit more, get some altitude. Notice the Stuka to my left. I think he's a pretty good target, so I wing over and go for him. Before going in for the full attack, I always make sure to check my 6 before diving in. It's clear, so I proceed onward. Take a few shots, set him on fire. I don't go for him again, because I know that there's no one else close to me, and he should burn up and die before anyone else gets to him. Decide to go in after that B-38G. First few shots aren't great, but I do some damage. He makes a critical mistake of trying to turn in on me, and as you can see, the Stuka just passed away. So I quickly flip in, open my flaps, slot in on his tail, get some more hits on him, set him on fire, leave him to put himself out in the ocean. Take a look around for anyone else. Don't see much, so I head back towards the base. Take another look around, see some more enemies coming in back over the ocean, decide to go back to there. Pick up the Peshka as my first target, as I don't want him destroying any of our ground units. Fire a few shots at him, get a few hits, turn off as there's 2 people already on him. Take a few shots on the incoming fighters. Don't bother to turn, want to go after help my beleaguered colleague versus the 3. Decide to intercept the Spitfire and shoot him down. Kill him, but my shots weren't on target fast enough to break away in time. Head-ons are always pretty risky. Hop in my next LA, which isn't as upgraded as my FN, but I still can do a lot of damage with it. take a quick look around. See one enemy over where it was. A couple enemies over their airbase, but nothing particularly close to me, so I decided to go back over to that side of the ocean. Want to kill that Yak-9. I hate the 37mm cannons on those planes, but there's a lot of enemies between him and me. I think that's a bad choice. Decide to go after something else. Pick up the Typhoon. Notice that there's no one close to him. He's pretty oblivious to me. He's going to be going after someone else. I think he'll be an easy kill. Smack him out of the sky, go after the P-400 who's racing towards the runway, trying to kill that poor sap on there. Fortunately for the guy on the runway, someone else takes him out pretty quickly. Turn around, take another look. See the Yak-9, but he dies before I can do anything to him. See the Corsair, I like the look of him. He's ignoring me and going for someone else. Score a pilot kill on him, which is very lucky. I barely had my reticle on his cockpit when I fired that burst. Notice that I'm starting to get a bit surrounded. There's some enemies above me as well as behind me. Decided to pull back a bit, but I still see my allies with me, so I decided to turn around to try and take a quick hit. Dodge that Yak-9 who tried to kill me. He goes down before I can do anything about him. And I decide once and for all to pull away, as most of my teammates are soon to abandon me. Low on speed, decide it's a bad idea to try and return, of course. So I leave the area. Decided to pull up hard, take a few shots on this guy. A lot of missed shots. I do score a few hits eventually. Only get a kill assist. Unfortunately, my cannon ammo is really low at this point. From all those wasted shots, I really can't do much to this HE-111 right now. Score a hit, but now my cannons are dry, so I pull away. Luckily, I still qualify for a kill assist. See a number of allies are over the enemy base. Decide to go over there and help them while I reload. Take a look around, see that my 6 is clear, as well as my high altitude problems. Nearly missed that LA-5 coming in on me, but I take a few shots and pull away from my head-on. See that he's pulling away, ignore him. Going for this King Cobra who's trying to kill someone landing on the strip. Our ally manages to uncap their airbase but not take it. See that the LA-5 is coming back, only score a critical hit on him. I have to turn around to finish him off. Fortunately for him, he was going in pretty desperately and going in too fast and obviously bounced. Smoked him while he was on the runway, go after the King Cobra still chasing that ally. Blow the King Cobra away, make a terrible decision at the last moment, and do a head-on with a IL-2. He pilot kills me, and there's not much I can do about it. At that point I clearly was getting a bit too greedy, and forgot that the 23mm Schwacks are It was a solid stream of bullets. Overall, I think I did pretty good for a match just after a month of break. Managed to get 7 kills for only 2 planes destroyed. Decided to pick up the new 20mm cannons, although I was hoping for the ammo choices as opposed to the guns. I went up first on the team, which is always nice to know you're at least doing something right. Get a 5 kill streak, which is always nice. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.